Hello everyone, welcome back to the brand new class. Starting our day with a small smile on your face. Moving on to the problem today. In the previous session, we have seen how to prepare a balance sheet, and I have given the format, and also one small problem has been solved. And this class also we are going to continue with the preparation of balance sheet and financial statements. So here is the problem. From the following trial balance, prepare balance sheet of Star Limited for the year ending 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Items: share capital, it comes under share capital itself. Preference share capital, again it is a both under share capital. Shareholders fund, under the heading of shareholders fund. Okay. Reserves and surplus, this again the same. They have given sales will not appear. Usually this will be appearing in profit and loss account. Here we are not preparing profit and loss account, so ignore this information. Okay. Other non-current liability, it comes under the same liabilities heading, non-current liabilities. Okay. Next, coming to the tangible assets, they have given intangible assets, both will come under the non-current assets. And next we have salaries, printing and stationery, rent, purchase, all these are not considered because all these items will not appear usually in balance sheet. This will be appearing only in profit and loss, in the statement of profit and loss. So ignore all these items. Okay. Coming to the trade receivables, that is comes under the current asset, where it is considered as bills payable. Bills receivables. Okay. Now let's move on to prepare the balance sheet. Okay. Starting with first heading, equity and liability. The first heading starts with, there is a first part. Okay. Under this we will be starting with the first heading, shareholders fund. Shareholders fund. Okay. So under shareholders fund we have share capital amounting rupees equity, and we have equity share capital plus preference share capital, both together we need to consider. Okay. So equity share capital amounting rupees 2 lakhs and preference share capital amounting rupees 3 lakhs. Okay. Next we have reserves and surplus, again that also comes here, reserves and surplus. So reserves and surplus is amounting rupees 3 lakhs. And we have non-current liabilities, other non-current, here non-current liabilities, other non-current liabilities is given. Directly they have given the full amount, so we can just directly write it, amounting rupees 2 lakhs. So this is all about the liabilities. They have not given any current liability, so no need to write. If you want, you can write here current liabilities, just the heading you can write, it's optional. Okay. You can write nil, it's an optional if you need. If there is no item below the current liabilities like creditors, bills payable, is nothing on, so you can just write nil, or else you can, no need of writing also. Okay. So this is all about the liabilities. Let us make the total. Okay. So what's the total now? Total we have 2 lakhs plus 3, it is 5. if I again total, it is 10 lakhs. You can add all this, you'll get 10 lakhs is the liabilities and equity. So next heading will be the assets. So under assets we have the first heading, non-current assets. Non-current assets. Under this they have given tangible and intangible assets. So tangible assets are, so first I am writing tangible assets. It's around 4 lakhs. And next we have intangible assets. So what are intangible assets? Examples: goodwill, copyrights, patents, all this will come under the intangible assets. Okay, that is 2,50,000. Next we have trade receivables, so which comes under the current liability, sorry, current assets. Current assets. So under this we have to write the trade receivables, that is 3,50,000. So here if I check, let me check the question. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items are there in the 2, 3, 4. Yes. And the assets, I'm just cross checking. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Before doing the total, if you cross check with the question how many items are there below the assets or below the liability, you will be easily make out. Just cross check it. If you have missed any one item, again it will not tally and your marks will be deducted. So you will not miss any transaction or any item when you cross check it once before doing the total. Okay, so here adding all this, 4 lakhs plus 2,50,000, 6,50,000, 7 lakhs plus 3, it's 10 lakhs. So liabilities is equal to assets. Both have been tallied. Is it okay? So here you need to write the headings is important. Star Limited Company balance sheet as at the date which is given in the question. Format, particulars, note number and amount column. Only this much is the format. You need to follow only the headings. Headings are very important. Please make a note of all the headings. It's very important for you to understand. Without these headings you cannot just simply write the direct to the item. You cannot write down. You can't write equity shares, preference share and non-current liability, reserves and surplus. You cannot write like that. You have to write below under the headings. So mainly you have to learn the headings here and you will be getting the marks based on the headings, how you are going to divide these items. That is very important in this case. Okay, hope you understood this particular problem. Any doubts, let me know. Moving on to the next problem, similar to the preparing the balance sheet. From the following information, prepare balance sheet of Suryas Limited for the year ending 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Let me categorize under which heading it falls. Equity share capital. Where does it comes? It comes under the share capital, that is shareholders fund. Okay. Next, inventories. Inventories are nothing but stock. So that comes under the current asset. Next, plant and machinery. It's a fixed asset, right? So it comes under the intangible. Sorry, it comes under the tangible assets. Where tangible assets comes under non-current assets. Under non-current asset, it is a tangible asset. Okay, it's a tangible asset. Next, preference share capital. Again, this will come under shareholders fund as a share capital. Next, debentures redemption reserves. Debenture redemption reserves is nothing but, redemption means repayment of debentures. So when they are repaying certain debentures, they got some amount as reserves. So whatever the reserves are there, that comes under the reserves and surplus. Reserves, when they are issuing the shares or debentures, when certain portion of premium amount is being reserved for future use. And surplus talks about the profits, whatever the profits earned by the firm, and it comes in the form of surplus, they will keep it. And out of that surplus itself, they can give it as dividend also for the shareholders. So all that comes under the reserves and surplus. So here debenture redemption reserves comes under reserves and surplus heading. Okay. Next, outstanding expenses. Obviously it's a current liability. They can give outstanding salary also. It can be. Here they have given outstanding expenses, current liability. Okay. Proposed dividend. So dividend is nothing but it is a return given to the shareholders. Whoever is invested in shares, we have to give certain portion of profit, right? So profits are given in the form of dividend. So this will be coming under reserves and surplus. And next, land and building. Again, it is a tangible asset which comes under non-current assets. Current investment is a current asset. Cash equivalent, current asset. Short-term loan from Z Limited. So short-term loan means you are borrowing from Mr. Z Limited. That means it is a current liability. Suppose in case if it is given as short-term loan given to Mr. Z Limited company, if we are giving, that becomes a current asset. Now we are borrowed from Mr. Z Limited, that is from Z Limited company, that becomes our liability. If it is a long term, it is a long term borrowing. Since it is short term borrowing, it comes under the current liability. Next, public deposits. Again, it is a non current liability. Certain deposits are done by the public, which is the company is given certain deposits. The public will be depositing in the company for running up the business, and later they will be given certain returns for that public deposits, and it will be liability from the point of company. So public deposits comes under non-current liability. Okay. So like this, if you start categorizing which particular item comes under which heading, if you practice this, you can easily then write it in the format. Okay. Moving on to the format now. Preparing the balance sheet of Surya Limited Company as at 31st March 2018 as per the Schedule 3 of Companies Act. Particulars, note number and amount. In note number we are not writing anything. Okay, it's just for your reference I am writing here. So first thing, we will start with equity and liabilities. So under equity and liability, we will be having first shareholders fund, right? So shareholders funds, we have equity shares as well as preference shares in the question. So we need to write both. Equity shares capital amounting rupees 20 lakhs. Amounting rupees 20 lakhs. Next we have preference shares. Preference share capital. Preference share capital amounting rupees 12 lakhs. Is it 12? Yeah, it is 12 lakhs. Okay. Next we have reserves and surplus. So under reserves and surplus we have two items here in the according to this problem. So first we have debentures redemption reserves. Redemption is nothing but paying back the debentures. So that is amounting rupees 6 lakhs. Next we have proposed dividend. Okay. So proposed dividend is amounting rupees 5 lakhs. Fine. Next, any other reserves? No, there is nothing else in the reserves and surplus. Next, moving on to the next heading, non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities. Under this we have public deposits. Okay. That's a borrowing. It's just like a borrowing from the public. Okay. So what is the amount of non-current? It is 12 lakhs. I'm just referring the amount here. Okay. Next we have current liabilities. Yes, we have current liabilities. Under current liabilities, we have outstanding expenses, and we also have short-term loan from Z. Short-term loan from Z Limited amounting rupees 4 lakhs. And we have outstanding expenses amounting rupees 3 lakhs. Okay, so yes, let me cross check. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 items are there under the liabilities. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yes, so all these are the liabilities. Let me do the total. 20 lakhs plus 12 lakhs plus 6 lakhs plus 5 lakhs plus 12 lakhs plus 4 lakhs plus 3 lakhs. So it's all 62 lakhs is the total amount of the equity and liability. Let me draw the line. Kindly maintain neatness in your answer sheet. It's very, very important. Okay. So this is about the liabilities. If you are drawing the line, it's more better. It looks very neat and clean. Paper presentation is very, very important. Okay. So it's not the end. Still we have the second portion related to the assets. Let us prepare the assets now. The asset. So second part we talk about all the assets. So what is the first item? Under the asset we will be writing non-current assets. So here under non-current asset we have tangible and intangible assets. So under tangible assets we have two items, that is plant and machinery. Plant and machinery amounting rupees 10 lakhs. And next again we have land and building. Land and building amounting rupees 20 lakhs. Okay, then that's all about the non-current. Next we have current assets. Under this we have current investment, current investments amounting rupees 8 lakhs. Next we have inventories amounting rupees 14 lakhs. Next we have current cash equivalent 10 lakhs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check how many items are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, this is all about the assets. Now let's do the totaling here. 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 20 plus 10 I have added together, okay, plus 8 lakhs plus 14 lakhs plus 10 lakhs, 62 lakhs. So total of assets is also 62. Yes, both the sides tallied now. You can see your liabilities is also, total of liability is 62 lakhs. Again we got the total of assets is also 62 lakhs. You can close the account. Try to draw the lines neatly. So presentation is one. It's very simple and easy to understand, right? Only thing you should memorize the headings. What particular item will be coming under which heading, that you should memorize. Other than that, the calculation is very simple and you can easily score marks in this chapter. Either it is a sure question for 6 marks, either you can get statement of profit and loss, or you may get the balance sheet. So it's very simple. Only thing, kindly practice with the format. Go according to the format and practice similar type of questions. Okay, and please watch again. If you are not able to understand one or here and there small things, please kindly rewind and see once again the video, play the video once again, so that you can easily understand. Unless you practice the problems, you will not be thorough. To look at the problem, it seems very simple and easy, but until when you practice, close your books and then practice, and you will come to know where you are going wrong, which particular part you are getting confused, and where you are making mistakes. You will realize and then you can correct it. Okay, hope you understood this session. Next class will be meeting with some more problems. Thank you.